specially elected member in the name of Senator Nyamu. And Mr. Speaker, you are aware that the government, through the CS Interior, Murkomen, also made a public statement that we would like all police stations to have CCTV cameras for the purpose of monitoring what happens in those police stations. Mr. Speaker, this debate around having CCTV in all our police stations was ignited by the torture that has been happening in our police station, with particular focus on Mr. Ojwang, who is alleged to have been victimized, tortured in the police cells. So this is going to be a very important motion, if passed by this House, to ensure that we completely eliminate what we call custodial torture, that torturing of prisoners in police cells, in police station. So I want to support it. But Mr. Speaker, just echoing my colleagues who have raised concern about the matter of torture in this country and even externally. Mr. Speaker, the issue of torture of Kenyans in Tanzania and Uganda, it is not an issue that we can laugh about, especially if we are leaders in this country. It is not an issue that we can celebrate. It is not an issue that we can try and play politics with. So this weekend, we were very disappointed that one of us, who happens to be my friend, and who brings very good motion to this House, that he is celebrating torture, Mr. Speaker, by encouraging the Ugandan president, who we know how he came to power, Mr. Speaker, by encouraging Tanzanian president, who has even been accused by other leaders in Africa. Other leaders in Africa.
Senator Cherargei, what's your point of order?
I stand Article 123. These standing orders is a creation of the Constitution. I want to appeal that colleagues should read and internalize. Standing Order 101, Part 1, talks about the conduct. When you hear my brother, Senator Otsotsi, who I hope he will be the governor of Iga, alluding to how Museveni rose to power, on how Samia Suluhu is running Tanzania, Mr. Speaker is discussing the conduct of the president of a friendly nation, which is contravening our own standing orders. You cannot call out somebody for the wrong, and then you are committing the wrong yourself. Mr. Speaker, can you withdraw or within 3 days submit to your office a substantive motion to discuss the conduct of President Museveni or President Samia Suluhu, or withdraw and apologize to the House for contravening our own standing order, specifically Standing Order 101 Part 1, Mr. Speaker? Is it in order for, and you know, it is sad, Mr. Speaker, that the person making statement is the deputy party leader of ODM.
Senator, what's your point of order, Senator Sifuna?
Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order 121, it is actually disorderly conduct for people to stand up all the time during debate to raise false points of order. Please encourage Senator Cherargei to read the whole provision that he's referring to. It talks about mentioning someone adversely. Now, adversely means in bad light. I don't know how many euphemisms. I wish I spoke his local dialect. I translate for him. The senator for Viga has not mentioned anybody adversely. He has just said, if you consider the manner in which they rose to power, what is adverse with that? What is adverse with that? And they have not mentioned anybody's name. Can Senator Cherargei allow debate to flow instead of raising these frivolous points of order? And Mr. Speaker, one final request. I think as a colloquium of speakers, we must now determine how it is possible that there's only one person who knows when people are out of order. That the entire afternoon, it is just Sifuna saying point of order and being granted. Maybe there should be a limit to the number of times that you can rise on points of order. You are not the only senator in this house. We have 67 of us. How is it that only one person can see when people are out of order?
Mr. Speaker, I think I want to agree with
Senator Osotsi, having listened to the points of orders, and for the first time, Senator Sifuna would want to disagree with you, because Senator Osotsi did mention the heads of state of Uganda and the heads of state of he said, or he imputed in the manner in which they were sworn into office. So, Senator Osotsi, I would ask you to withdraw that and proceed to make your submissions.
Mr. Speaker, just a correction. The manner in which he was sworn into office.
In the manner in which they came into power.
I said, in my own words, I said, if you consider the manner in which he came to power, if you consider, Mr. Speaker, there is nothing adverse about this. There's nothing adverse about this. It is a fact that President Museveni came to power through a military takeover. It is a fact.
And Senator and President of Tanzania?
I never said more about the Tanzanian president.
But you mentioned this, the head of Tanzania.
But Mr. Speaker,
in the same sentence that you made reference to Uganda, you made reference to Tanzania as well.
Mr.
Majority
Speaker.
Leader, what's your point of order?
Mr. Speaker, Senator Osotsi is making his case worse. Because that's not the only way you get to power in Uganda. He needs to know that subsequently, after that event which he refers to in 1986, the year I was born, the president of Uganda has gone ahead to win 7 other elections. Mr. Speaker, how can 8 instances where you become president, one particular incident, the first one, becomes your only reference point? I mean, to the best of my knowledge, Mr. Speaker, I feel that Senator Osotsi may not initially have made an adverse comment, but as he continues now to perpetuate his point, he's actually now treading towards that adverse mentioning.
What's your point of order, Senator Eddy? Give him the mic.
Mr. Speaker, do I go and become minority?
Use that one. There's a next mic up next to you. Here, Sifuna inafanya. Wacha nione this question. Basi useme kitu ya maana kwa this
Mr. Speaker, I still want to insist that Senator Cherargei is raising on frivolous point of order, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm on a point of order. This again is still frivolous, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if you look at the standing order for which my friend Senator Osotsi is being accused of, 101, the word is that standing order does not prohibit you from mentioning any name. It prohibits you from imputing improper motive or mentioning a name adversely. Mentioning a name is not a bad thing. And Mr. Speaker, if you see what the majority has just talked about, is considering the circumstances. And that is what Senator Osotsi invited us to think. And if you consider, the English word, if you consider, then you end up mentioning the name. I don't see what the problem is with that, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, I think that you should rule out Senator Cherargei out of order, not Senator Osotsi, because he's not mentioning these names adversely. He's giving you English word if theory that we used in mathematics classes, Mr. Speaker. He has not implied any improper motive on these individuals. In any case, the majority leader would be out of order for considering those circumstances, Mr. Speaker. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
What's your point of order, Senator Cherargei?
Mr. Speaker, we need...
Senator Sifuna, there is no limitation over how many times you can stand on a point of order. So allow the senator his right.
Mr. Speaker, if my memory serves me right, you have made a ruling towards the matter that I raised on Standing 101. Would it be in order, because it looks like we are discussing your ruling, which is unheard of, would it be in order for me to invite you to Standing Order 122, gross disorderly conduct? A senator commits an act of gross disorderly conduct if the senator defies a ruling or a direction of the speaker or the chairperson of committee. Would it be order? Because the senator of Vihiga has refused to follow your ruling and obey, is it in order to invite that he should be thrown out for the rest of the sitting, Mr. Speaker?
Senator Cherargei, there is no need to guide the speaker or the chair. I am following closely, and Senator Osotsi has not refused. He is not out of order or disorderly out of order. He was just explaining his submission. Senator Osotsi, please withdraw and then conclude your submission.
Mr. Speaker, you know, I really wanted to have a flowing contribution, but I'm being disrupted every now and then. But I would want to make Senator Cherargei happy, because I know where he's speaking from and where he wants us to go. So for his sake, I will withdraw. But the truth remains that our Kenyans have been tortured in Tanzania and our Kenyans have been tortured in Uganda, Mr. Speaker. That is the truth. That even the person he's trying to protect, he himself said in the public space that Kenyans were tortured in Uganda. So I will withdraw that bit to make him happy so that I can continue with my debate. Mr. Speaker, this issue of custodial torture, it is something that must be dealt with. And one way of dealing with it's having CCTV in public spaces within the police station. But this must be exercised with some caution, Mr. Speaker. And I want to support what one member said, that this must be weighed against the data protection rights and principles, so that we don't have a scenario where the rights of prisoners or the rights of even police officers who work there are infringed upon. In some jurisdiction, Mr. Speaker, they put CCTV in police station, but they don't put them in some private places in the police station. For example, I know in the UK, they don't put CCTV in places like bathrooms or even custodial places where prisoners sleep. So I think this motion should be amended so that to say that it should comply with the data protection principles and guidelines, and of course, our data protection law. Mr. Speaker, we have also heard that some of these CCTVs have been interfered with. And you heard in the case of Ojwang, where it was alleged that CCTV footage and images has been interfered with. So I think even as we talk about having CCTV in police station, we need also to insist that the law in processing this information must be complied with, particularly the law on computer misuse and cybercrime act, which is very clear that if you infringe on data or you manipulate data, then it becomes a criminal offense. That will be important in this case so that to protect data that is being captured by those CCTVs. Mr. Speaker, the other bit, if I go back to the Data Protection Act, is that police stations must now be designated as data controllers and processors for the purpose of ensuring that the data they capture is compliant with the Data Protection Act, particularly Section 8 of that Act, which says that data processors and controllers must promote self-regulations among themselves. I don't know how the police stations will be able to do this, given the conditions of our police station and given the conduct of some police officers. So what I'm proposing is that maybe this bill, this motion, can be amended so that it will incorporate in aspects of relevant law, that is the Data Protection Act and the Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Act. This is a good motion, but I think maybe we need to consider maybe converting this motion into a legislation so that it is very clear on what offenses can be enforced on people who violate this installation of CCTV. Still on the installation of CCTV, Mr. Speaker, I think the crime rate in Nairobi has gone up, Mr. Speaker, and a few years back, we had a very big project in this city to put CCTV all over. The project was being undertaken by the Kenyan government and Safaricom. I think at some point, this House, particularly the Committee of Security, should consider this matter and tell this House what exactly happened. That the country spent a lot of money, billions of money, and the system is not working. What happened, Mr. Speaker? These are some of the things, Mr. Speaker, that are going to be a major factor, even as we think about having CCTV in all police stations. We are talking about 1,209 police stations. This is huge amount of data, which requires investment in ICT infrastructure, having servers, having good connectivity, and having routine and continuous maintenance of this infrastructure and management of this infrastructure. So this is not a small project. This is a huge project, and I hope this project is not going to be like the Safaricom Kenya government CCTV project for Nairobi, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I support, and I want to encourage that, moving forward, Mr. Speaker, such important debates.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Eddie Okech.
I want to thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. I'll actually make very quick comments that are very direct. Mr. Speaker, what we have